Welcome to online discussion on Indian Evidence Act. Let us discuss the provisions in the Indian Evidence Act regarding proof of documents. We are aware most of the cases documents are taken as evidence, particularly in civil cases. Most civil cases documentary evidence is very important. So whether mere production of a document will prove the contents of the same, the answer is no. As because there is a document and it is produced, that doesn't mean that the execution of the same is admitted or the contents of the documents are proved. So there are provisions in section 67 onwards which regulate the proof of document, which are applicable to the documents and how a document, the contents of the documents, the execution of the document is to be proved. Section 67 provides proof of signature or handwriting of persons alleged to have signed or written document produced. When a document is produced, the party who produces the document, he must prove that the execution of the document is in by the person who are alleged to have executed the same, or the signatures of the person whose signature was alleged to be in the document. So that's why it says, if a document is alleged to be signed or to have been written wholly or in part of any person, when a document is produced, obviously there is an allegation, alleged with an allegation, with a pleading that such a document has been executed by such and such person, or such a document has been scribed, or such a document has been written by a particular person. So in such case, if a document is alleged to be signed or to have been written wholly or in part by any person, document there is alleged that a particular document is signed or written either by the entire document or a part of the document, then in such case, the signature or the handwriting of so much of the document as is alleged to be in that person's handwriting must be proved to be in his handwriting. So once a document is produced alleging that a particular document has been signed by a certain person, or it has been written or written by a certain person, either the entire document or a part of the document. So when that is produced with alleging this thing, the execution by somebody or writing of the documents by somebody, in such case, the signature and the handwriting of the person who is alleged to have written that document must be proved. Unless the same are proved, that document will not be taken into account by the court. Then, why? Because mere production of a document will not prove the contents, will not prove the execution of the same, will not prove that it has been signed by somebody. It will not be prove that it has been scribed by somebody. So the party who produces documents which he alleges this is executed, signed or written by certain persons, then the onus is on that person to prove it. Then he has to prove that fact. So this section merely requires proof of signature or handwriting of the person alleged to have been signed or written a document produced. Only requirements that if a document alleged to have been signed, written by any person is produced, then that must be produced the signature, and the fact that document has been written by that person must be proved. This is section 67. Now 67A says proof as to digital signature. You are not aware digital signature is taken under the Information Technology Act. So digital signature, somebody's signature is in a digital manner. So here, where except in the case of a secure digital signature, if there is a secure digital signature, that is okay. No proof of it, except in the case of secure digital. If the digital signature of any subscriber is alleged to have been affixed to an electronic record. So digital signature of a subscriber is always alleged to an electronic record. If that is a secure digital signature, then that will be taken into consideration without proof. But if it is alleged that a particular digital signature, which is not a secure digital signature, has been affixed to an electronic record, then the fact that such digital signature is the digital signature of the subscriber must be proved. The second requirement, digital electronic record, is also a document. So if there is a allegation, it is alleged that somebody has subscribed his digital signature to a particular electronic record. If that digital signature is not the secure digital signature, then in such case, it must be proved that digital signature is of the person who is said to have subscribed. Now, Section 68, it is also an important provision. What it provides? Proof of execution of document required by law to be attested. What are the some documents are to be compulsorily attestable? Attestation is required. Say for Section 59 of the Transfer Property Act provides all mortgages when the value of the property secured is 100 rupees above, needs except deposit of title deeds, all such mortgages must be effected through registered document and attested such by at least 2 witnesses. Similarly, those mortgages require compulsory attestation. This will is also a document which requires compulsory attestation. So Section 68 puts a restriction in use of some documents in evidence without proving the fact of attestation. Without proving the fact of attestation, attesting, without examining the attesting witness, at least calling for the attesting witness if illegal to prove the execution. What it says? Proof of execution of document required by law to be attested. What it says? If a document required by law to be attested, which documents required by law to be attested? That is will and mortgage documents. That is, except the principal money, value of the property secured is less than 100. That may be affected either by registered document attested or by delivery possession. So here, what these are the documents, that is will and mortgages when the principal money secured, the value of the property, not money, value of the property secured is more than 100 rupees, then that requires compulsory attestation. So what it says, if a law requires that a particular document requires attestation, it will not be used as evidence until one attesting witness at least has been called for the purpose of proving its execution. At least one attesting witness is called for proving the attestation if he is alive and subject to the process of the court and capable of giving evidence. If all the two attesting witnesses attested as is defined in the Transfer Property Act, if all the attesting means the witnesses put their signature to certify that they have seen the executor signing the document in his presence, in their presence. So when such a document which requires attestation, compulsory attestation, so that will not be used as evidence. Or at least if attesting witnesses are alive, one of the attesting witnesses is called upon to prove the attestation. If there is an attesting witness alive and subject to the process of the court and capable of giving evidence. If the witnesses both are dead, then 68 will not be applicable. If both the witnesses, attesting witnesses are outside the the jurisdiction of the court or the process of the, not process of the court, suppose they are in a foreign country. So in such case, this section 68 will not be applicable. Provided that it shall not be necessary to call an attesting witness in proof of execution of a document not being a will. If that document is not a will, if a law requires that attestation is required, but it has been registered under the Indian Registration Act, if in such case, the calling for the attesting witness to examine before taking that document in evidence is not required if that document has been what? Registered. Once it has been registered under the Indian Registration Act and that document other than will, unless if the execution is denied, then the witness is to be called for examination.